No, you're not!
And hello and a wonderful good evening right on board in the free practice for Low Fuel Motorsports with the Porsche Cup. I decided to do a spontaneous live stream to just test if everything is working out alright again. Hey Carter, thank you. I'm just dropping the hammer tonight. So after like having really good practice and really good pace at Kyalami last week and then with the PC just crashing, and Low Fuel Motorsports now has Porsche Cup at Kyalami, I decided, well, let's just give it another try and see if all this setup works again. I cleaned out my PC again, like made sure that the airflow is correct and checked all the settings and drivers again, so I'm not sure what was up with my computer last week. I hope he decides to work again. So before having another crash on this Wednesday, I thought to myself, let's just give it a try and do a race at Low Fuel Motorsports Porsche Cup. Just came back from a little jogging trip, did another run to get back on track after COVID. Everything fine, so I hope I have enough strength left for this race now. Practice server is set at night, which is interesting. Low Fuel Motorsports times are always kind of like fluctuating, but it should be during the day. And it will be a 30-minute race, like similar to our Porsche Cup that we have. Yeah, Carla, I had COVID like 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I'm still trying to get back into my workout routine, which is mostly running and stuff. And still some coughing left, so yeah. I actually decided to call my doc and like get an appointment for like a blood sample to just check the whole blood stuff and see if everything's alright, or if there is some like, I need to take some nutrients or anything, so just to get back up to speed. Hey Nope and Christian, how you doing? Thank you so much for jumping in. Server should be up in like 8 minutes.
Yellow flag. Clear of the incident. Green flag.
This car feels really nice on Kyalami actually. It's not that crazy and you can get into a really nice flow with it. As long as you don't start pushing too much and kill yourself. But you could say that about the Porsche Cup on like every track. Yeah, it was frustrating because it never did that before, and I'm not sure if it was just overheating or if something is giving up, so let's see. Checked all the settings and drivers and cleaned it out properly because there was, again, enough dust settling in. Hey, Iconic Boss, how you doing? So maybe it was just because all the like ventilators were full of dust and everything. You have to clean out your PC regularly. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking, dude.
New fastest lap for Michaela, 144.56. The car ahead
Woo.
has just done it, 143.93.
That's how you roll with the Porsche. You spin it, you slide it, and you still have green delta. Yeah, Christian, no worries. Enjoy the massacre. Let's see, it was just like 8 signups or something. I have to check the LFM now. We got more drivers in, but Porsche Cup is not very popular on LFM.
Green flag.
Every 6 months, I think I have to clean it like every 2 months or something, I don't know. Looks like that at least. But yeah, it was some while ago since I cleaned it the last time. But I've been thinking about a new computer for quite a while now because it's still like, it's a couple of years old and it has the 2080 in it, and yeah, I don't know, but new PCs are so expensive and I don't want to spend the money on that, honestly. Because I'm getting a PlayStation 5. So I will be doing a lot of gaming there. I was so fortunate because I kept visiting our stores here in Vienna regularly and they were all like, nah, you have to like, when we know we get a shipment, we can reserve one. And finally last week, I was able to reserve one. I already paid for it, so I'm just waiting until they call me. They should get it this week, latest next week, so I'm really hyped about that. My last console was a PlayStation 3 and that was like 15 years ago, I think. So I'm actually very, very excited about this. Getting a bit more into like gaming overall and finding the time to relax a bit. Yeah, Carter, I had like 2 cats for a while and I had to clean my PC really often because the cat hairs were crazy. Pet hairs are just insane. But now without pets it's not so bad, but still it's like, because of all the ventilation and stuff, it seems like. And now it's getting warmer and warmer, and in my flat unfortunately it gets really warm and the PC doesn't like it, so I guess I just have to clean it more regularly. I'm thinking about getting into Elden Ring. I already tried it and it's horribly hard, but I'm kinda in the mood for that. And I also pre-ordered the Spider-Man game, Miles Morales or something, because I read that it's really cool, so I think once I get my PlayStation I will actually not race that much, because SimRacing, now the warmer it gets, SimRacing is just so exhausting. It's getting too warm already here. So probably during the summer months you will see less and less of me. Hey Captain Yoda, how you doing? Dogs shed like it's their job, yeah. It's with all pets. I had rabbits, I had cats. I actually, I would love to get a dog. It's like, it's one of the topics with my newest, most important person in my life, and we keep on talking about getting a dog, and it's like, it feels like it's a bit of a running gag, but actually we are both passionate about dogs, so maybe at some point, who knows, but it would be cool. I kinda miss having a pet, you know.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace.
So 2 minutes until 50 is not good here. 2 more minutes, let's finish the lap and then we wait for the server. What breed? I don't know in English. In German it's Samoyede. I don't know if it's the same. This is like some of the dogs we are like interested in. It's the white fluffy one. Very kind. I would honestly love to have cats again, but then again you're so stuck at home with them, you know? So like if I want to like go hiking or take a ride on my bike or I don't know, whatever, I always have to be home on the same day. And I know they are very like, they give back a lot, but a little bit of flexibility. And with the dog at least you can take him with you and do more stuff like, yeah, the Samoyede. I don't know what it is in English, yeah, I just know it in German. But there are also other breeds of dogs we are kind of interested in, but... Yeah, I can also set up fan curves. And actually set them up really sharp, that when it gets hot that they do their stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's also the issue because I'm streaming and playing from the same PC, so everything runs on like ultimate things. Surprised me, Kelly. So I've kind of like experimented now and put in an FPS limit and optimized the settings a bit to hopefully not stress my PC too much. 50 seconds and the number is 21849. So, come online. Shh, what else is new? Did anyone see the Miami Formula 1 Group Re? I don't know what to think about it. It's a weird track. It's a really, really weird track. Yeah, I see. There are some cats you can take hiking. I saw one now in the city. It was like a special breed of cat and it looked really fun, actually. But yeah, I'm like really excited now about my PlayStation. I can't like... I really want to play Elden Ring, actually. I've started to check videos today already, which class to play. And I know it will be horribly hard, but I've been really looking forward to like spend more time in other games. I discovered my nostalgic passion. We had 17 people sign up for the race. So I was playing like Pokemon on the Game Boy Advance SP now. It's so cool. It's the best way to play Pokemon, honestly. And I know for a guy who is like approaching 40, it's like, what? You play Pokemon? I'm like, yeah, shit, why not? I'll play Pokemon when I'm 80. My fans go on CPU or GPU? That's a good question. I think they go on case temperature. I don't actually know. It was a really boring race, Mike. Yeah, it actually was. I was surprised that the DRS wasn't really helping anyone. It was really weird. Like when you saw Ferrari and Red Bull on the straight with DRS, it was like nothing's happening. What is going on? It was really weird. And in the midfield, except some little banters, it was... Yeah, I don't know. I think they kind of like... Even though the cars can now drive closer behind each other, I don't know. Something's missing. It feels like the cars are lacking a bit of... how to say, like... It's really tough to say. Jesus Christ, 38 degrees. It feels like they are too aerodynamic right now. Too depending on aerodynamic. 23, 16, 8 clicks. 7. Push this up here. Actually open them up fully because 38 degrees is a bit ridiculous. It was like 40. 40 for the race, I think. Captain, you're a 54-year-old kid. I'll always be a kid, I think. Yeah, Christian, that's the right mindset. Me and my new girlfriend. She's also gamer and into Pokemon and stuff, and she kind of reignited that spark. So I'm like really enjoying it right now. I'm getting into all the... I got Pokemon Crystal Edition for the Game Boy Color, and I even bought a used Game Boy Color because I lost mine. I don't know what happened. I think my parents threw it away, probably. And I just enjoyed.
Checkered flag, P5. That's the end of the session. P5.
The Sapphire Edition for the Game Boy Advance SP is glorious. The Game Boy Advance SP is glorious. I love that thing. Where's my mouse? Mouse
the track temp is 20. The air temp is 20 Celsius. Exit looks clear.
Alright.
Okay, Stefan, we've got...
So, let's see.
To do the business.
Lay right.
Your brakes are cold, let's get some heat.
38 degrees. I've never raced in 38 degrees with the Porsche. Holy crap. Oh, you use a special fan control software and you sent me a link. Okay, thank you so much. I have like the MSI Dragon Center because my main board is MSI and it's kind of like, I don't know, I don't like it. I'll never buy an MSI board again. I think my next main board and computer will be Asus all the way. Let's see.
Air and track temperatures are rising.
Thank you so much, Christian.
29. Track temperature is now 38.
I also wonder like how fast my fans can really spin because it feels like they are not getting to their limit. And of course the 2080 Ti gets really hot as well, but my CPU is like using a all-in-one water cooling system from Corsair, I think, and it's actually really good, so maybe the thermal paste is just... Yeah, don't wait in qualifying, dude, just so pass me. Get in line like anyone else, mate. Low Fuel Motorsports is really interesting. You have races that are really good, and then you have races where they're just a bunch of morons. Sorry to say that. I had like really interesting BMW M2 CS races last week, and they were all destroyed by someone who just thought, yeah, I just send it and punch you out of the corner. And then you get incident points and lose positions just because someone is not patient enough. So it's like really hit and miss. So for me, Low Fuel Motorsports is not a replacement for the community races that we usually have. If I really want good racing, I rather enjoy one of our community races. But for like, you know, spontaneous races in between, it's a nice solution. Hey, the Humble Bandit, how is it going in New Jersey, dude? Sherry Hill. I bet you have a cool song for Sherry Hill, right? Like, Sherry Hill has a really cool hymn or something. Sherry Hill. Do you have Sherry trees, or why is it called Sherry Hill? What's the history of Sherry Hill, New Jersey, Mr. Pundit? What's your name, Humble Pundit? I don't want to call you Pundit. Now I'm imagining Sherry Hill with like lots of cherry trees. Cherry blossoms, cherry trees, cherry pie, cherry juice. Lots of cherries. Lots of red. You finished early today, that's glorious, mate. Welcome home. Thanks for joining up. I'm just doing a spontaneous Porsche Cup race to see if everything works again. Call him HP, that's a good one. So, temperatures look okay because we opened up everything, and pressures look also good. They might rise up a little bit more now. There wasn't even track limits? How wide can you go in this corner? Ron! His name is Ron! Ron Weasley! From HP. HP's Ron! Yeah, Christian, absolutely. It's a good way to race when there's nothing else, but it's hit and miss. I don't know if it's because of the split I always get sorted into. But I had some really disappointing races. When people just don't give a shit. And I'm always trying to stay as clean as possible. And the thing is, if you want to increase your ELO rating, you need to gain positions. But if you want to increase your safety rating, you need to stay out of trouble. And both at the same time is really difficult.
Sector 1 is quick.
I don't want to be too quick.
Lift. Stacked it. Okay, Stefan, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Green flag in sector 3.
Missed the apex there. It's not that hard to get the LFM license. You just need to practice the track a little bit, pick a car that you enjoy, and then you just do a few clean laps and that's it. So I don't think it's actually that much of a challenge. I mean, it depends how experienced you are. If you've, for example, never driven the track, P4 now. Pressures are too high.
144.78. The leader's just done it. 143.60.
Took me a while to get into LFM because I wasn't really that keen on racing with people I don't know and I don't trust. I kinda opened my eyes to how crazy the pace is in this game. There are so many quick people, especially in GT3. Yeah, Aris had a good video about how to fight. You know, the theory is always nice, but if you have people who behave unpredictable, it doesn't really help you. I had someone on Sandford who braked in a corner in the fast right-hander where you don't brake. You don't brake there, and he was braking. And it completely scared me, and I lost the car and crashed because of him. So it's like, what the hell? If you can't rely on the guy in front of you, racing isn't fun. Okay, more improvement. What's it gonna be? 144.4, P4. I think that's as far as we can push it today. And there's the snap. There's the snap.
Yellow flag.
Let's get out of the way. Yeah. It's actually faster than I wanted to go. Shit. I would rather be like somewhere here, because then I can maybe gain a position. So this was on like 0.6. This was like 0.5. So this should be enough. Race fuel should be around 40, I think, for 30 minutes or something. Yeah, Christian, that was a good one, yeah. I had like an M2 race at Barcelona. I had 2 M2 races at Barcelona last week and with LFM, and then I just gave up because they throw in the car and then they punt you from the sides with no mercy. And I was like, dude, there is no room. Why do you do that? And then I got pushed off track. And you get the incident points and lose the position. So 2 things that are bad at LFM. And then just like, I'm not in the mood to report then because you have to do the video and all the shit. Aristotelis. Aris Drives with just 1 R. Aris Drives. He's one of the developers of Kunos Simulazioni. Yeah, you gain elo when you finish above your race number. You lose elo, I think, if you don't or something. So, yeah. I'll post you the name in the chat. It's Aris Drives, I think. He's a really great guy. He's the one of the physics or the physics developer responsible for the car physics and stuff. And he does some really nice videos.
That's 2 minutes left.
Explaining a lot, actually. Hey, Big Natty, you got all your Fanatec gear. Awesome. Did you already had a chance to test it? So I seem to be in the twilight zone now. I'm half a second slower than the guy in front. And the guy behind me is slower than me, so depending on what happens at the start, and I hope it will be a clean start, we can have a clean race, and I hope the stream won't crash. Yeah, I can imagine that VR is good, it's just too hot. It's just too hot for me. I tried it and it's like crazy. In summer, I would die with the VR headset. I even die right now because it's already so warm here in Vienna. Yeah, it took me a while actually as well, the depth perception, but you just have to trust the radar and then get the feeling. So if you know the track and you know the radar, it's all down to experience. You know how much room to give someone, but there were people just yeeting it behind me. I'll brake and he just dive bombs, pushing you off track, and I'm like, come on. It's so like, it doesn't even matter if you're P10 or P9, it's just, I want to have clean, exciting races. And yeah. No, I won't play ACC on PS5 because that would mean like, no, I'll not do that. Like, yeah, during summer I won't be sim racing a lot, as I just said. I'm more interested in, I bought the Spider-Man Miles Morales game because it looks to be really cool, and I'll probably get Elden Ring, and those two games should be enough for like the next couple of months, I guess. Vienna is awesome. Walking through the city, going shopping, nothing better. Good food. Next time you visit, Ron, you should send me a message. Then we get some beer or stuff like that. You will miss me. Yeah, well, I'll stream from time to time, but during summer I'll mostly be outside or on my bike or with my girl or yeah, whatever, because it's just too hot during summer. And I, like, sometimes need a break from sim racing. It's good but short. Okay. Does it have, like, achievements or, like stuff to discover? Like, not only story missions? Like, is it, like, a bit like Assassin's Creed where you can collect stuff and shit? Or is it just, like, story and then that's it? Because I've never, like... My last console was PlayStation 3 and it was the first Batman game that I played there, which was cool, but... I think Elden Ring will keep me busy if I play it, because it can be very frustrating. Hey, ITS James, how you doing? Good to see you back, mate. Hope you're doing great. Hey, Christoph, nice to see you. So we'll just do this 30-minute race to see if everything goes well and just get a bit of practice for our Porsche Cup, and then we'll have a good beer and a good evening. Position 4, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Now I just want to survive the race.
That's the end of the
It's like I always get good qualifying positions with either Porsche Cup or the BMW M2, because not many people are driving it. But when it comes down to GT3 and GT4 at Low Fuel Motorsports,
P4.
no chance. I'm landing from 20 drivers, I'm somewhere on P15 or something. It's insane, the pace of the people in the GT3s. I can't, like... I'm regularly missing
29 Celsius.
1.5 or 2 seconds, and I'm like, I don't know what else to do. Thank you, Christoph. Yeah, you get stuck on a boss quite often, I think. Which class are you playing? I've been thinking about, like, either the Vagabond or the is it Astral? Like the Mage, but I think the Mage is a bit too much as a beginner, even though it looks cool with all the spells. So I think Vagabond as a tank with a shield and then just see where it goes. Although I think as a melee, you're really screwed in this game. Okay, I've never played the PS4 Spidey game, so yeah, I'm looking forward to a bit of relaxing story and swinging around on my huge TV. Should be fun. There aren't like that many PS5 games, are there? Like real exclusive, full, high quality PS5 games that kind of push it to the limit. I haven't really caught up with that, but if anyone knows, like really a game that like already pushes the envelope with the PS5, is there anything? Thank you, Christian. You're also Vagabond, okay. Takes a while to get really good. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the challenge with every class in there, right? I enjoy talking to you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Really cool. Can talk about everything with you. It was like I just saw a video about the Mage. Is it like Astrologer or something? I don't know. And he was just like in the beginning when he has this spell where he does AoE damage, and I was like, what the fuck, you pull 5 knights and AoE them down. If you pull 5 knights as a melee, you're kinda screwed. Okay, was like, thank you Volker, nice to see you, mate. What are like upcoming PS5 exclusives? The new God of War, okay. I think I heard about that on previous consoles, but yeah, like as I never had, like the PS3 was my last console and I didn't really play that much, I like missed all of that. SimRacing with Handicap 502, hey, how are you doing? Thank you very much. I hope it will stay clean as well without any crazy dive bombs. I hate that they don't do formation laps, but that's just because people want to have quick races and not spend so much time. GT7, yeah, I don't want to like play with controller or hang up plug in a steering wheel, so
Green, green, green.
Car left. Hold
let's
your
push
line.
it.
Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
Okay. So far, so good. Green, green, green.
Okay, Stefan, decent start. We can build something from here.
I started 4th and I'm now 3rd. That's nice. Let's see if I can keep that. Yes, it's Kyalami! It's Killer Salami. You never know what you get in terms of race pace from the other people, because some people are really good in qualifying and then they are racing and they don't have a good pace in races. And the funny thing about me is I'm a really bad qualifier. I can't push a car to the limit in one lap. I just can't. It's more about luck. And then if you look at my qualifying times and compare it with the race times, sometimes even my race pace is quicker than qualifying. Because I get into a rhythm and I get a feeling for the car. And yeah, so most of the time my qualifying and race times are really close with each other. Okay, the guy behind me now got into his rhythm and he's closing in. That's the P3 that I was able to surpass. If he gets back at P3 and I get P4 again, I wouldn't really care because that's okay. Well, let's see. Yeah, more a racer than a hot lapper, I just can't do it. I've got like a qualifying setup from Tristan to test and I was like, I couldn't even control the car. Was just not possible. Yeah, the guy behind me is definitely faster. And see, if I know that the guy behind me is like a second per lap quicker than me, it's no need to like fight and push each other, so I can let him pass and maybe use his pace to drag me along. So I'm one of the guys who's like, okay, you're faster, fine, take the position.
What was that, 145?
It's like, it's not like we're racing for championship or something. Just want to have a clean race. Yeah, just like a track day.
Alright, Stefan. Hold your nerve, just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
Just keep it smooth, stay predictable. That was a good one. Ooh, that was a good line through there.
That's 20 minutes to go.
Oh, bad exit there.
143.36. The guy ahead's last lap time is at 143.
He's really close.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the
Probably
pace.
trying a dive there.
On your left. Clear left.
See, I saw him coming and left him the space. That's how you do it. Oh. And now I kill myself.
Keep it between the white lines. Yellow flag.
It's not
Okay,
good.
Stefan, you've had a bit of bodywork damage there.
Yeah, that's bad. Aw. See, that's what happens when you just push it a bit too much.
Green flag, incident clear.
And that again will fuck up my rating. The feeling was really good for the car. And then it always catches me off guard. Ah. I'm always getting to the point where I then over push my confidence.
Yellow flag.
Dang it.
Incident clear. Back to green flag.
At least my PC didn't crash. It's always the same. It's really tricky because the car feels good and then you start pushing and pushing and pushing and then suddenly you just get to the point where it's too much. And this again will just totally hurt my ranking in Low Fuel Motorsports, and that's actually what pisses me off more. It's not so much about the mistake, but then that you just lose elo rating and everything. But yeah, as you say, that's like how you find your limits. I was just going a bit too wide there, just a tiny bit. Usually it works that way when you push other people in front of you at Low Fuel Motorsports. That works really well if you push them into a mistake. And that's exactly the same thing that what happened with me. And now again my trust in the car is broken and I'm driving really slow. So I need to find my rhythm again. Oh, SimRacing handicap, yeah. I was just so eager to stay in P3 in front of the other guy and he was really quick, but I had the feeling that the car was really doing me well and can take it, so I was pushing it a tiny bit too far. For my capabilities at least. Nevertheless, we move on.
Going out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Why do we fall? So that we can learn to get back up again. Yeah. Okay. Falling a bit too much right now. I was too early on throttle and I could feel the rear stepping out and I thought I can control it. So this is like the Porsche Cup 101 today. How to slide with Boonatix. Okay, great. So we were P3, now we are P17. Woohoo! It's like I really, honestly guys, I really like to drive the Porsche Cup because it's like, it gives you such a direct feeling. It's like you are the car, and that what's just tricking you into mistakes because you feel like, yeah, I can do this, I can handle it, and it feels good. And then you just, it's broken. Porsche Cup. Are we doing the Mike Tyson now? It's broken, man. It's broken. It's Porsche Cup. I'm driving like an old man now.
Okay, Stefan. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Okay. Find the rhythm. I really like driving this car because it teaches you so much about raw feeling and driving behavior, and it's just great, but it can trick you. It's like, how did you call it, like in the old times, you know, the seafarers, the pirates and everyone, they were like these mermaids who were singing songs, luring them into a trap. Sirens, or how do you call them? The Porsche Cup is something like that. It just lures you into feeling confident and tells you like, hey, I can take it, you can do it, come on, push me. And then you push the car and then it just says, nope, now I'm going to kill you. That's actually how it works. You can also do so much with your throttle. It's like there is no there is so much more between full throttle or no throttle. It's like really to certain degrees, like how much you push the pedal can help the car rotate or kill you. It's honestly a really great car. It teaches you so much about the physics and how to drive, but at the same time it can be very frustrating if you just if it lures you into overconfidentiality and you push yourself into a mistake like I did now. And sometimes these snaps are crazy when the steering wheel snaps. But still, we can use races like that to practice. But I can now definitely say I was pushing a bit too hard to keep the red Porsche behind me and it backfired. But I was able to actually keep him at pace, keep him at distance for a bit, which was really good.
Okay, Stefan, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel.
Also like the way you apply the throttle, as you can see in the green graph. Yeah, maintenance throttle to keep the balance. That's what I'm trying to do, but it doesn't always work. In some corners you can notice it, that when you're braking and then you let the car coast, it doesn't like it. You need to apply a little bit of throttle. Yeah, exactly, that's the right description, SimRacing with handicap. Just stabs you in the back. Inverted hammer, that's actually a good description.
The gap ahead is now 16 seconds.
As you can see, I'm slowly getting back into the rhythm and start to trust the car again. Please don't kill me again. Crazy thing is also it feels so on the edge in some corners, and in the other corners, like here, it feels so understeery. It pretends it's your best friend, and then it just eats your face. Anyone is spotting any grave mistakes I'm doing, I'm really open for suggestions. I'm still, even though I've been racing this track a lot, I'm probably still doing mistakes. But at least the pressures are honestly nicely balanced, like all things should be. Well, I think I didn't crash that much into the wall. It's damage saying actually. Oh well, okay, 18 seconds. So there is a little bit of damage. But I caught up to the guy 4 seconds now. But I think we won't catch him now. 9 minutes. The rest of the field is somewhere up ahead. Thanks for asking. I was P3. Losing a lot of time here. So either there is aero damage. Yeah, there's aero damage. Look at the delta. I'm lacking top speed and acceleration now because of the damage. And that's enough to cost me a second per lap. And I'm still catching on the guy in front. So either he also had a crash or he's just really slow. But yeah, okay. It's like impossible to improve my lap times now because of the damage, so that's unfortunate. So let's just finish the race for LFM. And then we are good for tonight. I let them go, yes, I let them go. Said like, don't care. I'm driving well, thank you, Carter. Trying to stay clean now. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Be careful. Okay.
Incident clear, green flag.
Mr. Langhauser spun it. I like the color.
On your left. Clear left.
Oh, he let me through. That's really nice. Thank you. So he's also struggling. Oh, Mike from Crew Chief is really happy. Nicely done. Yeah, that was the move! The move of the evening!
Green flag, all clear.
I read that it like needs 27.1 or something. Did I under pressure it? Okay. I forgot that now. Okay, so 27.5. Okay. Thanks for reminding me again. I don't know why I was... That's right, it has GT3 tires. So I was under pressuring a little bit. Okay. Same colors as your mountain bike. You have then a very amazing mountain bike, Mr. Noble. Not sure why I was thinking about 27.1. That's actually the BMW M2. Pro tip to get distracted by colors of a car.
P16.
The noises of sim racers.
You've used half your fuel.
Could be a new video project. NSFW, not safe for work. The noises of sim racers. Okay, I gotta stop now. Ooh. Yeah, the GT4s and M2, that's right. I think even the Ferrari Challenge and the new Lambo Super Trofeo have 27 something. But yeah, but why did I under pressure the tires now? Jesus, so that's another like video for the series, how to not approach Porsche Cup, sim racing, whatever. Everything going wrong. Murphy's Law. Everything you can do wrong will go wrong. Yeah, I don't know if they will update the new GT. I mean, we are getting a track pack in summer, so maybe they will also update the tire spec there. Who knows?
Okay, Stefan, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
I drove the Porsche GT3 for a bit at Misano, I think, for Low Fuel Motorsports, and it feels so on the edge. It's a good car, but it's really tricky to drive because it's so direct. It feels good, but it's really hard to push it to the limit, and I was like, I think 2 seconds off the leader there, and it was really tricky. So I think it takes a lot of practice, but I think if you can manage it... Oh, another spin. So we are not last yet. Nice. So I think that the Porsche GT3, I mean, has a lot of potential. It's a great car. And they are now working on the Porsche 992 Cup for GT3 spec in the Real GT World Challenge. So I'm pretty sure next year we will have the new 992 GT3 spec. And if that comes to ACC, it's going to be a beast. The car is a beast. With proper TC, ABS and setup, I think this is just a weapon. It's so light, it's so direct, it's so powerful. And yeah, ACC needs new tracks ASAP. Because if I'm honest, it really gets boring. I just have to admit it, it really gets boring. But then again, there's no need to always play ACC. Carter, that's like my character trait. That's my life. I'm always too hard on myself in certain situations. Always demand too much of myself. Always criticizing myself. I'm working on that, honestly. Thank you so much for pointing it out again. In all my life, I have been way too hard on myself and demanding too much from myself, pressuring myself too much. So I'm right now actually working on this and learning to let it go and keep calm and just enjoy life. Solid work. Thank you so much, Carter. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. And I do enjoy having you guys sticking with me. No matter what happens, no matter the drama, no matter the outcome. The Boonigans stick together. I mean, I have been rage quitting in the past, but very, very rarely. So, because my mantra is always like, even though you crash,
2 minutes to go.
you can learn something and should continue to drive. And I'm still not hitting all the apexes nicely, so I'm still making mistakes on this track. So the more I practice the track, the better. Yeah, the Porsche is really tricky to drive because it's very direct. Everything you do, every input you give it, gets done. And if you're like, for example, driving the new BMW M4 GT3 or like the Bentley or one of the like front engine cars who are heavier than a Porsche, you're not used to that. But if you get like, if you can control the Porsche and really push it and make use of its capabilities, it's an insanely good car. Right on, it's supposed to be fun, yes. Hey, Chronix Black, I see you, how you doing? So 1 minute and we are done, and then I really need to drink something cold. Cold and golden, maybe a little beer or something, I don't know. I haven't even eaten something, Jesus. Double wishbone up front, maybe they crash. Yeah, the Porsche Cup system. I mean, the Cup feels really great. If this car would have traction control and maybe suspension options, it would be a weapon. But then again, the car I really need to drive again is the Ferrari Challenge, because it just doesn't make any sense. It's just a beast. And it also drives really good on Kyalami, actually. Kyalami seems to be a racetrack that's really well suited for GT cars. I'm always making a mistake in this turn. Oh, I can even see the cars now. I've never driven a Porsche. I've never driven any sports car, to be honest. Quickest car I was driving was an Audi A6 with 260 horsepower. Oh, there must have been an incident, because there's another car in front. Last lap. Yeah, the Ferrari Challenge doesn't make any sense, and that's so cool about the car. It's just massive power, really bad brakes, really bad aerodynamics. I mean, aerodynamics are not that bad, but the grip still is really bad. So it's a car that just doesn't make any sense. And that's why it's so much fun. I think he's having troubles. Dude! That's a bit of a very late block. I think he has damage. Okay, well, no need to push and risk an incident, so... Spun it! That's how you do it.
E11, that's the end of the race.
Subaru WRX with a short shift. I don't know what my favorite sports car is, honestly. It's a really good question. I like McLarens, they look really good. 720S looks really good in real life. Okay, I was running for over half an hour and directly into SimRacing. Okay, my legs are dead now. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with me. That was an experience where we actually learned a lot. How to go from P3 to P14.
Stick around.
So Kayan, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the community. The start was actually really good. I want to see what happened at the start, because I was P4 and then I was P3, and there was a bit of banter going on behind me, I think. Almost P10. Thanks, HB. Ronnie boy. I had a really good start, I think. Yeah, look at me hauling butt. Gee, the sound is incredible. Sometimes you win some. You always learn, but sometimes you win some. Yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Oh, okay. So I had a really nice, really nice line there, and then these two were buntering around a little bit. Okay, so that was it. And me killing myself was, yeah, okay. See, that was the, you can see what happens. Let's do it slower. I'm already sliding here, can you see? And then comes the snap. So that's what killed me. Look at that. Sliding, snap, trying to correct, and then comes the other snap, and that's it. So, yeah. There we go. And the guy just evades, and this was... So, yeah, glad I could avoid these cars. So... That was that. Okay, cool. But that was a really good start. Starting is usually what I can do pretty well, if I may say so to myself. That's usually working out. I don't know, it might be my reflexes. Most of the time I can do really good starts. But then sometimes I just don't know what to do then. It's because I'm catching up with the car, then I don't know where to position myself. So it's still all a bit fuzzy. But yeah, that was a cool, spontaneous stream. And looks like the hardware is working well again. Cleaning the PC always works wonders. But maybe also because I toned down all the quality a tiny bit. The bump costed, yeah, you could see that. It's the curb is the challenge, because you usually when you go over the curb you have to open up the steering wheel a bit because the curb pulls in the car. And I can't always like do that the same. Like when I managed to do it right, it's so nice. But in this case I was like going over the curb and steering a bit too much. I should have opened up the steering wheel because the curb pulls in the car anyway. So, and that unbalanced the car, and then you just really nicely saw how I took the car out, and then came the little snap because of the car of like the car having grip again, and then it over pushed me. So, but yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, it bounces very much because it's very stiff and very hard, and you can't change the suspension, unfortunately. But yeah, that's what we learn. Practice, 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 practice. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you will have a wonderful evening, and Ron, I hope you will have a good afternoon in Sherry Hill. You need to tell me more about Sherry Hill, or I need to catch up on the history of Sherry Hill. It sounds glorious. Yeah, enjoy the day, enjoy the evening, and I'll see you on Wednesday in the next Porsche Cup Championship race on Mount Panorama. So who will get sacrificed across the mountain? I hope it's not me. I really need to calm down for the mountain in Bathurst and just survive. Just be easy, be smooth. Or else I'ma just rage quit probably. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Take care everybody. Stay safe out there and have a good night. Bye bye.